Alright, Power 97.9 Afenso TV XYZ. Ebrason, road to NDC internal elections. Jumedi no, and I had so. Now what you win, you know, you have aspirants, no, you know, better to come on. You have said you see many so near tia. And what's that? Busia for NDC Amario Kulmuno, or Motomo, what the Brahodwa. Omudi esi omani so se omo pese omo pre na omunya eno ni dwumadi a yebedi free sabre sa na watwum nyina kopem se abato ahodo ni nyina so beba na wie ye bakai se ensem nyina ha na wo ha ye wo election powerhouse power 97.9 Afenso TV XYZ ene Godson ni Ayijako ye chairmanship aspirant and as a aspirant to be constituency chairman Emma Adeshe wo Dome Kwabenya Dome Kwabenya constituency or I say Chabara Kwaba. Nice one. Was every time, yeah, was I said them. And I feel so was studio I say Ora Jerry J or aspiring communications officer Tema Central Constituency. Eja Awaba. And then finally Eja Jasper Midday also aspires to be chairman Ewa Tema West Constituency. Mudi mo or has say thank you. Which is also here. Yes, please. Yeah, then Yamia say. Once more catch media no wabra, commentary no cost one now, so do I didn't appetite prophet Boama will share then they want a message about say, Oka, a soft for the more Mukumutis in Muramono, Oka, also who shall say, oh, yes, I know, and tea a soft for Nana Mono Butu and a idea. Etia Nyankopon epe me sure say da bi nyawa ye betimi ne watwetwe nkomo afa saade no ho prophet Boama ye da say bayamra ne enhyase na ye free Jasper Midday ho me chase free ho aspiring constituency chairman Tema West constituency and this is a question me busa mu nyina eba abato ya mo ba beto ya me sure say gedi can the delegates list emamo. What's the situation like wo baby a Tema West?
Well, Tema West is a very peaceful constituency. We received the delegates list, and yesterday was the exhibition. Most of our executives go through the list to check if they have their names.
Into Wonsaka?
Yes, please.
Wonsaka will go through?
Yes, please.
To check, say, Obiadi?
Yes, please.
And how are you doing that?
Okay, actually, my colleagues were there doing that. Mm-hmm. I have one of our world coordinator was there, and other executives were there to take charge of all those things. Okay,
Mamma ho ni Ayijako Godson. Once the delegates listen, once I'm saying the city or one person as well. Dome Kwabenya.
See, Dome Kwabenya is far away from what my brother is saying.
It's experiencing in Tema West.
No, it's not same. We have never received anything. We have never informed to come for anything. We are just there, but we know all the constituencies.
Few days to elections.
Yes, current constituency executive, they all have it. We haven't got it. Nobody has invited for anything. And if you let me tell one thing, the electoral committee, as it is now, we don't know them. Nobody has introduced electoral committee to us. And that, you see, and Dome Kwabenya is like that because of the failed leadership that we have. When you are going to such an election, you have to make yourself open, and if you try to espouse a little, character, so that you can earn some credibility.
Also,
not credibility,
yeah.
But but the thing is,
Monsankai. It's the day that Moya found Mutua na Mobi, much repetition be.
Yes, yesterday. Me conference. Today we are submitting a petition to Professor Alabi's committee.
Okay.
We are doing that this very morning.
Okay.
So that they will be called to order.
And how be Abremo?
Of course. But you see, the only thing is we fought very hard during the reorganization, the vetting and everything, so we can trace all. Where the branches are.
Okay.
So to be frank, we are in touch with the branches, the new branch and everything.
Okay.
But delegate list, as he said, is being exhibited and all that. There's nothing of that sort in Dome Kwabenya. Okay.
Mami got Tema Central. Ebi a hojo. She see when you delegates listed here. What Tema Central?
Tema Central. Yensaka delegate list.
How?
Yensaka last week.
Bonsaka mo there.
Yensaka last week.
Last week.
Yeah, last week.
One said Domi Kwabenya
but like he said, maybe there are a lot of ramifications that is going on. So, like it is very important they take it to, because there's a body at every point in time who are in charge of these elections. So as quick as possible, on my body in your way, so that's because election now year corner in year agro.
That's right.
Because the least mistake Akrabia will it will bring up a lot of things.
Election mood in agro no.
Internal elections, even though it's one of the usual, this is not the first time we are having an elections, but it looks as if this election is very competitive. So like he said, in our case, we have everything. It's the exhibition that has not been done. But like he said, he should take it to the appropriate quarters so that they have it addressed.
Okay.
So it doesn't end up.
Midday, the competitive nature of elections, Sana one person, and how are you navigating your way through in terms of one sema wotong Ediama delegates no matter what to say, the Brena on
Yeah, it's very tough though, but we are doing our best to sell through. The delegate list my colleagues here are talking about in Tama West, we spoke about it severally, and it was just about 2 days ago that they gave it to us, and it was that same day that they told us that they should go and they should take the list round for them to go through and see if you have your names in. Then some of the lists, you go there, you see a whole lot of things there. There's a lot of books up in the list. I think moving forward, I was trying to see if I can speak to our director of election.
Okay.
To see if they can do some, go back again.
You mean the director of elections in your constituency?
Exactly, yeah,
okay.
Well, Mr. Jackson, to see if they can recall again, to see if people can go back and go and do some, a little change in the list. So we were not having a delegate list, and this time around things were very tough. You have to, first they would just call a ward meeting and the aspirants go there and speak to all of them. But this time around you have to go and see the branches one after the other. It's very, very tough. You wake up early in the morning, you have to run around.
Okay.
Sometimes.
At the end now they ba. I mean, because Tema West the MPP, yeah, Danny MPP for ba, and as MPP for Ejapade. At the end now they ba said be ya sad the two beka.
Exactly. You know, I have observed a lot of things in Tema West. In my campaign message, you know, I was there for so many years. And Tama Community 2, that's where our first police station was. And that was where our former president, the founder of the party, the mother had a bakery there. And he gave out the bakery for the party to run as an office. And we were there. Then all of a sudden, it's like we have started dragging our feet and people took over that particular place from us. And I take a note of that. And when you come to Sakmono Estate, the MP's flat, that was where you see General Mosquito and Co. They were there. And they have been interacting with a lot of people over there. That they have become NDC zone. But all of a sudden, when they started moving from there to the various houses, we locked it to the MPP. Then, in my own ward, which is Bachona Ward, 2016, they took it from us. That's what for some of us to go and contest a position as a chairman and or coordinator. Because before you become a coordinator, you either be a chairman or secretary. That's what motivates some of us to go and contest. And then work tirelessly to make sure that 2020 election, we won by 989 votes. Take it back from MPP. So we have a lot of things to do. What I have done in my own ward, I think I can replicate like all the whole Tama West, so that we will not find ourselves.
But ward yeah, baby, to have you.
Exactly.
And we are constituency.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I put the measures.
And then now we are ward why you so unique. How you use all the back constituency? Why? So couldn't be now Raman this once I
What I'm trying to say is that Bachona Ward is a ward that NDC used to win most of the time.
Yeah.
Until 2016 that we lost it to MPP. When I take over the ward, I've tried to do so many things and make sure even right after the election, within 1 hour, we got our pin sheets. Bachona Ward was the first one to submit our pin sheets. You know, we can do all that across the whole ward. The measures are put in place
across the
whole constituency.
Yeah.
You know, that is my tools, my weapons. So,
no, and I can understand why you say world, because that's your world.
Exactly.
That's your world.
So I have to keep those ones to myself. When you get there, I'm going to implement it for 2020.
My memory so ni what Domi Kwabenya what shit. I mean, munya MPP amanyo kunma ne na nsanya esi nimpo no ene normal hodo a ekokoko so na Emma yeah or constituency one ebe very dynamic in terms of near NDC bit my said be ya wait me a winning elections. Ni a dear na whatever. I beboa na mwetimi edi nkunim because previous 2020 day ebi mo say ka kete.
Thank you very much. You know, sometimes perceive the problems, then the solution follows. The last election, there was a detach from the leadership and the branches. They don't see the leaders. All the functional areas were not working. The women.
What don't make
yes, the women. The women wing were dead. The youth, as well the youth, they don't mention it at all.
Hey.
You see, so the campaign was solely on one person.
Why?
The PC, and the branches. But we talk about the CEC, then the constituency executive and the branches, and those functional executives, they are nowhere to be found. Almost, you see the PC going down. Some of us worked tirelessly from behind. We were part of a campaign team, visit areas, door to door, and all that. And you know, your constituency is very big. From Adenkirbi, Abukobi, across ABC. So, short time now, the PC team were able to not get enough funds, resources, and then some human resources to pump in. That's what I mean. That's what we all saw. But
Not just a mumwache.
That is the thing, because we have a failed leader, failed leadership. It's not working at all. Because you see a chairman climbing or mounting flags and other things, which is not his job. You know that. You see, but people think doing that shows that you are working. But that's not the case. What new is Nitaki is bringing? I'm going to mobilize both human and financial resources within and outside the constituencies.
I know now also chairman currently no
to do. And make sure that leadership will be accessible to all, especially the branches and all that, because we have hard-working coordinators who are ready to work. You have hard-working ward a branch executive who are ready to do anything at all so that the seat come. But the leaders fail us. I'm making all this. Visibility.
But the wo mu a the na wa ye pen. The na wo mu. The na mo no watu. E betimi ama amanfo anya sa gidie no e wo mu say ya current chairman na say the current leadership entima ye no. Wo Nitaki wo ba be.
Thank you. You see, dwelling so much of the past, it brings controversy within the constituency because proper records are not kept.
But I'm not dwelling. I'm saying that
yes. So that's what I'm saying. If the leadership of the constituency keeps proper record, when I sit here and say something, nobody will say anything against it. You understand me? So,
Mentor say,
the Minkah say your records papa bia. Na nipa beti na kai nya Nitaki aye wo do nkwa benya anka ebebo aye nyina so just say esi ameti anu mi ka asem bia na aye asem fofu enu I me call cluster of branches meeting and one of the chairman of the 4 branches, he stood up and things I did during the last conference, he started saying it, and I asked my people to put it on record. Look, I felt sad for my good self. Because things that I did, people were not there. People who just came. People who knew Nitaki did this.
Are there things that delegates necessary war? Chairman.
Delegates, the chairman, you will be accessible to them. A chairman of the new things, but like the way I've turned my message, new era, new strategy. Chairman, now you will let the people feel that they are part of it. Chairman will be very accountable to the people of Dominica Abidjan. One, not just financial accountability, But things that we promise the people, you don't say now you were extended meeting here, with the branches and other things. They've stopped for 4 good years. It has never happened. Imagine I've told them every year you're back, but in this case you are giving me a new name because of our new strategy that you are bringing on board. So we'll term it accountability day, both financial accountability. But they know Nitaki can do it. Because, let me tell you one thing. When I was among the executive committee as an executive member, the executive they know about it. Some scarcity were not properly handled. They set up an audit committee. Because of my background as an accountant, I audited those accounts. And I tell you the report that came out, very embarrassing. There's a 48,000 cities that we need to account for. Out of that 22,000 cities, up to now, within the treasurer and the chairman, they were not able to account for that 22,000 cities. And then one significant thing too, when you say a conference, regional and national conference, transporter, what Chairman Opozo brought in the night between the chairman and the treasurer, that envelope got missing up to now.
Okay.
You see,
omunia no met me ayo mo ho ano. But baby a me pese wo de wani kire anase de me pa free wa ne nia ewo mu esua ewo mu chirije bia nimu a amanfo benya gidie wo mu ato ama mesa ba nche mama mema Jerry J ho na ebusuafo na as far as professor ye communications officer MNC amanyoko no wo eye Tema Central edie na wo wu edie foforo na adeba adintina communication officer o sabri no ye mo no bongala tin fa umra
Kwame newo say over the years we have contributed hugely.
Yeah, the more brofu. Yeah. The brofu na mo de buy pa.
To our party in Tema Central. 2016, I was a co-chair for our communication team for the elections. There are times you wake up early in the morning, you return the next morning, and within an hour or two, I said, oh sorry, now you're then, oh sign you're then. We did all that. 2020, I was part of the communication team as well, and at the same time a prompter. Kwame Nyamediba CCR and say, any organization over starving out of a information flow, it means that organization is going to die. So I'm going to make sure that our communication sector is not going to lack the needed information that will aid it to move the way we
information better some now. Okay,
information in terms of, because there are times issue comes up in constituency. I realize that we are not proactive enough to make sure that the needed information the people will have. I must say there are issues that they don't understand, issues that they think need quick clarification. It is not.
But a typical example.
A bit to say, constituency, there are a lot of hearsay near there. And now we are a piece where I say, oh, and now where I say, but I realize that because we've not had an effective communication in place, yes, now people end up sharing all manner of information. Yes, as well. Now, a one division now, perceived division now on a but that is what we'll do differently. Again, what I bring on board is rapid response to issues. Like I said, it's all tandem with what I just said. So these are some of the things that we are going to roll out. Another thing is said, the various branch communicators over the years, we've not been able to equip them in terms of imparting them with knowledge, in terms of giving them the basic equipment to work with. Because elections are won at the branches. So when we are able to arm them with the basic equipment and organize a few courses for them, that is when they will be able to impart the various branches and the walls.
So I know my way okay, more bomb be that a Tema Central. Has a bit diffuse now. Look, Minkah suppose for more and a bomb. The me patch is a bomb that one literally. The fact say, and the down and I idea obiaja to say, So over the years, MPP for an FR to the sense, it was I say NDC, Munya, seat in a da. Satus ya wokan wasemine equipping ne me man kofo me empower kofo in terms of knowledge said by information spread by easy no and no bet my tool a bit with the diffusers abombi
exactly because largely no I keep telling our constituency say look around Tema Central constituency MPP in your opportunity at Sna constituency so many years. What is it that they've done so uniquely that you think say at every point in time no? Because for MPP the thing say at any time they can place anybody there irrespective of what the NDC.
Yes, I know.
No, but this time is
but they keep placing people there. They keep winning.
No, and sometimes it's not good to watch some of your you see your in public, you're getting in public. But Akoye Dodona disunity in our it's here. Some of our constituencies because acquire na election area no now we regional ha now we regional ha PC ya ne de we group we ya ne de group we ya ne de and then na acquire adebako akwa etia over the years and MPP has identified that so to the extent say yeah campaigner you realize that our campaign is not synchronizing. Yeah, that is what has worked against us over the years. But when we are able to address some of these issues, when these things are taken care of, I don't see why. The last time we improved on the last elections, yeah, we share a year. They had about 30, over 30.
I said, what about F? Now the following time, what about E?
Yeah,
was it improved upon?
Yeah,
man, we need.
Yeah, we need.
Yes,
but we improve. But what we have done, we are going to better what we've done. It's possible to win Tema Central for the first time. It's possible that is when we are able to churn out proper information because it's an elite constituency. There are things that you need to identify that you think say when you are able to churn out some of this information there, you'll be able to win the hearts of because Ghanaians are looking out for hope. Tema Central people are looking out for hope. NPP has disappointed them and they are looking for that hope in NDC. And this is the time we need to put in place structures that are going to make it easy for us to win them.
Obia Kaime say Okai Kwe North Satibiano it was a sign. I mean, especially when MPP had monopolized our constituency at least in 2020 there's a sign. But about Tema West, maybe also chairman, about Tema West hona ebi muso boye adwuma kakra bia bobetimi asesa Tibiano won ya wode ba no how are you going to ensure say Sadia no betima bem?
Yeah, thank you very much. You met me and say, after the election, 2020 election, Nyama Kakrabi, there's a lot of challenges that we face. Let's say before the election, our materials came to us late. Some of us left with the various places or the office that we're going to pick up the materials. We left there around 4:30 to 5. But by 6 o'clock or 5:30 thereabout, you have to get to the ground. You see, those things also one of the challenges that we have in Tema West over there. Even the pooling agents that they have trained and gave them to some of us to put in place. Some of them, they don't know exactly where they're going to work. Some supposed to be in this particular police station, they were not aware. The next day before they call you, go to this particular police station and go and work over there. Those are some of the challenges that we had. And even after the election, our pin sheet too, it's an open secret. It took an intervention of one of our youth organizers who called for auditing. That they should audit the
so these are problems that were identifying them. How do you intend solving them?
Yes. I have done it in my ward before. I'm going to do it across the whole Tema West. Saying that I got my pin sheet right after the election. So we are going to replicate it across the whole Tema West. So we put the same measures in place to get our pin sheet intact. We are not going to waste much time at the college center for 3 days.